Have you ever wondered what it really means to be born into the world as a man? Not in the surface level, just another guy way, but in the raw, unforgiving reality of it? There's no special welcome committee, no automatic worth handed to you. You enter with nothing, and what you become depends entirely on what you build. Why is it that men often feel invisible unless they're succeeding? Why does it seem like no one cares unless you're winning, leading, or protecting someone else? Because, like it or not, value as a man is earned. Respect is tied to contribution. If you're not working towards something, you're seen as irrelevant. That's the unspoken rule. And while that may sound harsh, it also means every man has the chance to become something exceptional, if he's ready to commit fully. Most people forget, or ignore, how intense the pressure can be. Being male in today's world means you're constantly being measured, compared, challenged. It's like entering a race where everyone's sprinting, but only the few who never stop pushing forward are even noticed. Waiting around for life to do you favors? Not an option. People respect those who move with purpose, not those who pause for permission. Another truth no one wants to admit. Unchecked emotion can become dangerous, not because feelings are bad, but because giving them total control is. When we encourage young men to live only by what they feel, without teaching control or discipline, we end up creating instability, not strength. Emotional restraint, mental resilience, and clarity of purpose keep a man grounded. Men who understand their responsibilities don't need to feel like doing something to do it. They act because it's right, not because it's easy. That's the kind of person who runs into danger when others freeze. That's who you want by your side when everything's falling apart. Society calls for these people when it matters most, during disasters, emergencies, or moments of chaos. And those people are often men who have trained themselves to act, not react. That's not toxic. That's leadership. It's time we stop confusing emotional chaos with authenticity and start recognizing that true strength comes from self-mastery, not from surrendering to every impulse. Think of life like a never-ending game, one where your progress depends entirely on how much you're willing to improve your character. You're not handed upgrades, you earn them. Every challenge you face adds a new stat, a new skill, a thicker skin. But just like in any tough game, the higher the level, the harder it gets. And that's not a flaw, it's the whole point. A lot of guys out there complain that life's too hard, that reaching success feels impossible. But here's the thing. If greatness were easy, it wouldn't be special. Nobody respects something everyone can get. That's the reason elite rewards exist, because most people don't have the grit to earn them. It's like admiring a rare car while hating the grind it takes to afford one. You can't want the prize and resent the price. So when someone says it's tough to be that kind of man, the answer is, it's supposed to be. If the bar was low, becoming someone powerful or respected wouldn't mean anything. The challenge gives it value. The resistance makes you sharper. That's how you build the version of yourself that you've always imagined, but it only happens when you stop whining and start moving. You want to be that man? Then stop pretending life owes you comfort. Accept that your current situation is a result of both your choices and your luck. You could have been born blind. You could have lost everything in a freak accident, but you didn't. You've been fortunate. So now what are you going to do with that? The harsh truth is, you've probably wasted a hand that millions would kill for. And instead of owning that and doing something about it, you're being told to just feel your emotions. Cry more, vent more, as if being emotionally unfiltered is the key to success. But real masculinity has always meant doing what's necessary, not what's comfortable. You think bravery is acting without fear? That's not bravery. Real courage is being terrified and acting anyway. History was written by men who were scared but did their duty regardless. And that sense of duty, doing the right thing, even when you don't want to, is what defines a strong man. A real man doesn't just react, he chooses. Self-control isn't optional, it's fundamental. When someone with discipline decides to strike, it's not because rage took over, it's because he measured the moment and made a choice. That's not suppression, that's strength. This doesn't mean you have to become a cold robot with no spark or soul. You're not meant to erase your personality, but you are expected to be guided by principles, not by mood swings. Some days, you'll feel drained. Some mornings will hit you with stress, fatigue, or low spirits. But the mission doesn't change. Your responsibilities remain. Whether you're in a good place emotionally or not, the work gets done. That's what separates men who lead from those who drift. Too many waste time trying to feel inspired before they act. But here's the truth. The gym doesn't care how motivated you are. Neither does the world. You either show up or you don't. So, you didn't feel like training today? Neither did the guy who still went and outperformed you, scared to take a step forward. So was he, and he took it anyway. Emotion has nothing to do with execution. You act because it's necessary, not because it feels good. We've got a generation being told to follow every emotional tug, like it's noble to be ruled by impulse. But emotions are temporary. Principles are not. Men build nations by doing hard things consistently, not by waiting for the right mood. Every emotion you've rehearsed, frustration, anxiety, guilt, doubt, those keep cycling because you let them. You feed them. You expect them. But none of those serve your growth. The truth is, the emotional quality of your life reflects how often you obey your impulses versus your values. It's written, when you let your instincts take the wheel, you drift into weakness. That's what most people do. They let feelings guide their actions and wonder why nothing improves. You'll have plenty of chances in life to lose it, to lash out, to quit. But strength is built in those exact moments when you resist, when you rise above petty urges and hold the line. That's real maturity, not letting discomfort steer your choices. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It shows up when you stay steady through pressure, when you show grace while tested, when you refuse to let your emotions decide your fate. Every man faces a choice, the short sting of discipline or the long ache of regret. One shapes you, the other haunts you. Most people don't think about this until it's too late. After the opportunity is gone, after the damage is done. You say something in anger, act on impulse, and later you wish you could rewind time. But you can't. That moment passed, and now you carry the outcome. Developing discipline may be uncomfortable, sure, but the rewards far outweigh the initial resistance. Whether it's holding your tongue during conflict, staying consistent with your goals, or walking away from temptation, that moment of restraint often leads to lasting gain. Let emotions take the lead, though, and you'll find yourself trapped in cycles that drag you down. Live casually and make choices based on temporary feelings, and life will reflect that carelessness. Health declines. Relationships fracture. Peace becomes rare. Doing whatever feels good in the moment may offer a quick thrill, but the cost is long-term. And the longer you let these habits run unchecked, the harder it becomes to climb out. Growth doesn't happen when things are easy. Character is built in the pressure, in the moments when walking away would be simpler. If you're lazy now, distracted now, reactive now, why should life trust you with more? Why would a higher purpose call you forward if you're stuck repeating yesterday's mistakes? Look back. Are the same issues you had years ago still showing up now? If so, it's not bad luck. It's a lack of growth. Emotional maturity means accepting responsibility, not shifting blame. You want things around you to change? Start with what's inside. Until you evolve, your surroundings won't. Every difficult person, every stressful situation, every moment that tests your patience, that's a chance to level up. These aren't just annoyances, they're lessons. And they'll keep coming back until you pass. So the next time you're about to lose your cool, pause. That's your test. Keep calm. Respond with clarity. That's how strength is formed, not by escaping problems, but by handling them with wisdom. You can't control what life throws at you, but you can always control how you respond. That's where true power lives. Not in feelings, but in mastery over them. Just because something doesn't go your way doesn't mean you need to spiral. You don't have to raise your voice, break down, or let frustration take over. It's a choice. When pressure rises, you can still decide to stay grounded. That's what real strength looks like, calm in chaos. In moments of tension, remind yourself, not everything needs a reaction. Sometimes the most powerful move is to walk away, Let others keep their drama. You hold on to your peace. Don't hand over your mood to someone who doesn't deserve that control. Protect your mindset. Stand firm in your calm. Nobody's going to do it for you. Not God, not your parents, not a mentor. It's on you to train yourself to remain steady. There's power in pausing. There's wisdom in silence. And the more you practice emotional control, the more unstoppable you become. You'll be tempted to react, to lash out, to give in. But you are not a slave to those urges. You are not your impulses. You are your choices. And if you want to live a life that rises above regret, then it starts with deciding to think before you move. Every time you resist that pull to react out of anger, jealousy, or fear, you're sharpening your character. You're winning the internal battle. And with every win, life opens new doors for you. Why? Because self-control is the foundation of leadership, of respect, of real success. You don't have to obey every feeling. Feelings come and go. They shift like the wind. But who you become by mastering them, that's permanent. That's what leaves legacy. That's what earns respect without even asking for it. So next time the heat kicks in, stop, breathe. Remember, you're in control. That emotion? It's a moment. Don't turn it into a mistake you'll carry for years. And if this message spoke to you, if it helped you see things in a new way, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button to support the channel and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. We're building something here, and if you're serious about growing, you belong with us. Your strength is a choice. Choose it daily.